I'm Stephanie Mann. I'm the Executive Director of Safe Kids Now, and this is a series called The Power of One. And I have with me today a most amazing woman who exemplifies the power of one in as much as she has healed herself through healing others. And I want you to meet Raquel Smith. Thank you so much for being here today, Raquel, and thank you for sharing your story with us. So tell us about your sons.
First, let me just say I am very grateful for the opportunity to be here to share with my community what I'm doing to participate in the solutions of what we're dealing with in this epidemic of violence with our children and our loved ones. I had no idea that this would be my story. Let me start with that. It is painful, but what I've learned how to do is to use that pain and to center it for the means of love and community, and to focus on the solutions, not the problems. I believe that I know this for a reason.
Tell me about your oldest boy and what happened to him.
It's a tragedy in that Colin was so very special, and he did everything that I asked him to do. He had a hard time with school, but I did not accept that as an excuse for him to not achieve, and I stayed on him to be focused on his education. And he went to Contra Costa College, and he was maintaining over a 3-point grade average, which put him in the position of being able to get a scholarship at Benedict College. So my husband and I rewarded him, and we bought him a car because he wanted it. And we felt, you deserve this, Colin. You so deserve it. And he was enjoying his car and going down an old neighborhood over on Main Street and doing a couple of donuts and just feeling himself, as they say, you know. And he went down there on July the 3rd, 2007. And he did the donut, and someone came up to him and shot 7 rounds and killed him.
Raquel, do you want to tell me a little bit about your younger son and what happened as a result? I think you sent him to Kentucky to be safe.
Well, it wasn't Kentucky, Stephanie, it was Tennessee. And my husband and I are the Black Brady Bunch. So he had 3 children, I had 3 children, and we're doing this whole thing. And one of my sons, through marriage, Stevie Smith Jr., was going to Fish University, and after Adriel's brother was killed, he didn't feel safe in the East Bay area, and I did not want for him to go so far because it was hard for me to let him go and do this, but he assured me that he was going to get focused with going to school. He didn't make the grades like Colin did as far as getting a scholarship, but we came up with a plan for him to go to junior college and to seek employment and then to transfer over to Fish University or Tennessee State. And while he was out in Tennessee, he made some poor choices, and I have to share that part about Adriel's story, and that as we raised our children to make all the right choices and work very hard to give them a lifestyle that would not have them want for anything and kept them involved with things that are positive, with the YMCA, going on family trips, fishing things that would have them focused on positive, Adriel got caught up into selling marijuana. And in his mind, it wasn't a big deal. He was doing a transaction, and during that transaction, he had no idea that the people that were coming there were coming to rob him. They robbed him. And instead of just taking the drugs, they shot him in the back. And as he was down, they reached for his head and pulled him up and shot him on the side of the head. And they executed him. And he died 13 months after Colin died.
It's a horrendous, horrendous tragedy for you and your family. I'm so sorry. But let me just say this, Raquel. There's nothing that can replace your boys, but you are making such a contribution to the community. Let me have your hand.
I keep in constant prayer and in just concentrating on keeping my connection with my God. And I was talking with him one day and I said, Lord, I don't know how you can expect for me to do this. I cannot do this. And what I heard so clearly within my heart is that I don't expect for you to. You let your community hold you through this, and you become a part of your community. So that is what my life is about. It is about the unity of us. So I now have the ability to have compassion for the ones that have killed my sons. And I pray for them, and I wish them health. I wish them wealth. And most of all, I wish them love and healing. Healing. So, with all of that, I have put it into my nonprofit organization, Mended Families Incorporated, because that's what we're about, mending the family. And I asked the question, if you ask the question, you will get the answer. And I asked, why? I asked why. And what I'm hearing is because there's so much that has been broken within the family unit. And this is a result of what has happened is my sons not being here and killed because someone else was hurting and felt that they did not have the love and support that they need. So the solution is in mending that family back together and giving our youth, giving our people of all nationalities options. Just like that movie, The Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If we continue to give the solutions and places for them to choose right, I truly believe that they will do that.
I want to thank you so much, so much. This has been Raquel Smith, and she's been talking about mending the family for all of us. We all need to heal. We all need to not be revengeful, but to take our pain and turn it into something positive, like Raquel has done. So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you from all of my heart to yours.